I don't think I need to introduce to y'all who this brother is right here. You know, may he rise in power. This happens to be, and although my apologies on this, because his birthday was yesterday, June 5th. This is June 6th. You know, 6/6/17. Watch these numbers, man. This is Christopher Jordan Dorner. I say Dorner at Dorner. Y'all remember? Take it back to 2013. You know, former military guy, former Navy SEAL, was an LAPD officer. I think he was high ranking too. I don't know how high ranking, but he was. But according to the picture, you know, in the military, you see he got the captain bars and stuff. You know, Dorner was no joke, man. This dude here was the real thing. You know what I'm saying? He was the real thing. Yeah, because he was killed in a manhunt. Reason speaking, you know, the media, the lamestream media, try to make him out to be this psychotic killer, this and that. Like if he was Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers or something like that, and that's so further from the truth. He was killed by the LAPD and LA County Sheriffs because the fact of the matter that he exposed what still goes on today in that lower Alabama police department is corruption. So let me just go ahead. I'm gonna just drag up the story right here, not this one. I was looking at that, and this was coming back from NewYorkMag.com, Daily Intelligencer, Scary Things, written back in 2013. So, but it still relives to this day. It was by Margaret Hartman. Excuse me. So, let me get some water real quick to clear my throat. Excuse me. While most were relieved to learn that the bloody manhunt for Christopher Dorner had came to an end, for some it was the final step in the fugitive's ex-LAPD officer's martyrdom. During the manhunt, thousands of people rallied around Dorner, declaring him a crusader against police corruption. Though he's accused of killing 4 people, keyword accused. On Tuesday night, a post on one of his biggest Facebook fan sites declared, "The spirit of Chris #Dorner will live on forever in our hearts as an internal flame, symbolic of the will to stand up in an attempt to eradicate those who would seek the oppressors by any means necessary when no one else will." Excuse me. Fueled by the claim in Dorner's manifesto, excuse me, that he was dismissed when he tried to report police brutality, as well as the movie-like quality of his war on the LAPD. The ex-cop was quickly dubbed a hero by some. Earlier this week, dozens of Dorner flyers imitating the iconic Obama, quote, hope poster were plastered on the street in Riverside, California, near where a police officer was fatally shot on Thursday. Online supporters frequently referred to him as the Dark Knight and shared relevant Batman quotes. Hashtags like "We Stand with Dorner" and "Go Dorner Go" appeared on Twitter, and dozens of fan pages were created on Facebook. The largest, "We Are All Chris Dorner," that attracted more, I don't know if it's still up, than 3,600 likes. So Dorner was also embraced by the hacker collective Anonymous, which declared in a statement that while they don't condone the vicious acts he allegedly committed, they sympathize and resonate with his struggle. Dorner was not born a killer. He was a law-abiding citizen that was tainted by the corrupt and inhumane practices of the Los Angeles Police Department, who serve only themselves. says the statement, which urges others to raise arms against the LAPD. Anonymous offered to leak the information for Dorner and claimed that it took down the LAPD's website, though police denied it. Hold on right there. I believe it did, because their website was down for a good while during that time. I think it was the manifesto. Anyway, unsurprisingly, Dorner's fans had developed a variety of conspiracy theories about the story, including claims that the story was concocted to justify either tighter gun control or drone attacks on U.S. soil. Though details about the standoff that left Dorner dead are still hazy, his fans are sharing a video that purportedly showed LAPD officers discussing their plans to burn down the cabin where he was holed up, rather than trying to capture him. Never confirmed #Dorner killed anyone. No due process, no evidence. All of it was based on hearsay and sensationalism. 1984 is now, tweeted one supporter. That's true. They just burnt that they burnt that cabin down. They didn't want to take him in alive. They wanted him dead. Now, others trusted the government enough to start a White House We the People petition to look into the corruption in the LAPD that Christopher Jordan Dorner has spoke of. Dorner supporters have succeeded in getting his case re-examined, but it doesn't seem likely that they'll quietly accept the conclusion, as the investigation is being carried out by the LAPD. Oh, that means, oh, here we go again. But that's what happened. So, you know, I'm recalling that right now. But I'm doing this video, and I'm just going to do it real short to let it know that, you know, 2013, he was our Nat Turner. You know, he was our deacon of defense, if you want to go ahead and do it. And see, they try to get out here and they try to make him out to be the psychotic killer and all this. I could throw up so many pictures of Christopher Dorner. You seen one there, you seen the other one here. And what's the one thing that's been constant? That's the common denominator. He's always smiling. This look like a man that was psychotic. This look like some. You remember how they try to make this shit about believing, want to have the world to believe that Sandra Bland killed herself? And we read her letter. That didn't sound like nobody that commits suicide. See, the mainstream media, I think Malcolm said it best. Malcolm X said it best. If you don't be careful, the media gonna start having you. They're gonna start having you cheer for the ones who does the oppression and cheering against the people who are being oppressed. And I'm just not in that way though. I was trying to paraphrase, but not in that way. But you get what I'm meaning. Media tried to make this man out to be a monster. And all he was trying to do, he was exposing the police corruption in the LAPD. Even some of the officers who was involved in the Rodney King situation that was still there and being promoted to high ranking. And they wouldn't listen. And shoot, if he did fuck some of them up, it was in self-defense. I mean, dude here is ex-military. And plus he's an ex-Navy SEAL. From what I was, from what my research had came up with, and plus on top of that, are close to constituents who are ex-military, and they remembered Chris Dorner. So with that said, I'm gonna leave the link in the description for that story, or you can let's do the research yourself, or leave your comments in the section. You know, no trolls allowed. I'm respecting you, but motherfuckers, y'all better not come with that bullshit. But on this day, I just want to wish to one of my heroes, happy belated birthday to Christopher Jordan Dorner. Rise in power, my brother. Because he stood up against white supremacy or white racism. Even this name right now, we in 2017, even this name right now still strike fear in the heart of those crackers. But once again, as I said, I just wanted to leave that quote. Happy belated birthday, Christopher Jordan Dorner.